Hi everyone, so it's been absolutely ages since, oh well it feels like it's been absolutely ages since I've sat down and spoken to you about breastfeeding and tandem feeding and kind of where we're up to with this now. So you may or may not know Georgie is 3, you were 3 in November weren't you? Poppy is 1, she was also 1 in November, so I think she's just coming up to 15 months in a week or so. And yeah, obviously I'm still feeding Poppy. I'm still also feeding Georgie as well. And what to say about it really? When I first started breastfeeding them, them both together when Poppy was born, and obviously I breastfed Georgie throughout my pregnancy with Poppy, and I planned on carrying on feeding him just for basically as long as he wanted. I made no long-term plans, just to take every single day as it comes and just to go with the flow with it really. So obviously when Poppy came along, I did find it quite difficult to tandem feed them both together because Georgie at that point was kind of feeding a little bit more. Poppy used to go through little phases of being really fussy on the breast and coming on and getting off and coming on, getting off. And obviously now that she's a bit older, well, a lot older, I find it so much more easier to feed her. She literally just says to me, "Titoos," like a cuckoo. It's not like, she's not calling them tits or anything, she's saying titoos. That's what she calls it when she wants feeding. She comes up to me and she grabs my top and says, "Titoos." It's really, really cute. But yeah, these days with Poppy, it's 1,000 times easier to feed her because she knows what she wants. She doesn't fuss about. She just literally jumps on my knee, has a feed. If I ask her if she's finished, and she is finished, she'll jump off and carry on doing whatever it was that she was doing. And with Georgie, I think when I last did a breastfeeding video, I explained that he only feeds a couple of times a week, and that is the same now. He still only feeds a couple of times a week. Sometimes it's more, if I have the opportunity to feed him, then I will do. Last weekend, he fell in the garden on his scooter whilst he was at his nana's, and his tooth went into his lip a little bit, and he was quite upset by it. So after we'd calmed him down a little bit, he obviously wanted some boob milk, so I took him into the front room and fed him in there, and it really just, it amazes me how much it settles him down and soothes him. Even though he is 3, so what? I'm not still feeding him because I want to keep him a baby forever, but I just personally don't want to say, right, you're not having it anymore. I'd rather wait until he kind of decides that he wants to stop. And you know what? I never for one moment thought 3 years ago that I would still be feeding Georgie now. I'm probably the most normal parent that you will ever meet. I'm just normal. We don't have a fancy lifestyle. We don't, I am strict with my kids. I'm not overly strict. I try to set boundaries. I do my best basically, but I am just a normal parent at the end of the day. And I kind of never thought for one second that I'd still be feeding Georgie for as long as what I have done. And yet I am really kind of happy for him to just self-wean when he wants to. Poppy, she could be completely different. She might be right, I don't want to feed anymore. And if she does, I will be sad, but that's completely up to her. But at the moment, she still feeds a lot. Some days it's she's a newborn again. She does, if I'm sat down and she sees the opportunity to sit on my knee and have a cuddle and some titoos, then she will just sit there and get snuggled with me. I do still have a lot of milk going on as well. My boobs fill up the same as they did when she was 9 months old. But I absolutely love the night times when we do get to feed all of us, when I get to feed Poppy and Georgie together. I just love it. Poppy as soon as she sees that Georgie's feeding, even if she's messing about, and then if I start feeding Georgie, then it almost makes her make her mind up that she does want to feed. I let them choose which side. I usually let Georgie choose which side that he wants. So I think he tends to go on the right more and Poppy tends to go on the left. But it is lovely and it's amazing. But I just can't believe that I'm still feeding them both, and I can't believe, you know, I just can't believe it really. So yeah, what does Lee think about me feeding Georgie and my family? They don't really say an awful lot, to be honest, because I don't like feed Georgie in front of anyone. I think the last person to see me feed Georgie out of our immediate family unit was like Lee's mum. Obviously when I was at a house last weekend, I took him into like the front room. I didn't sit and feed him in front of everybody, but I took him into the front room and got comfy with him in there. And I do think sometimes they all kind of think, oh, it's time to stop. You know, I think the girls have like told the girls have told their dad that I'm still feeding Georgie, and I think he's even like said to the girls, it's, you know, she shouldn't be feeding him, he's too old. But it's all right, somebody that's an outsider saying that he's too old to be fed. But when you're the one that's going through it and feeding your child, like, I don't know whether you call it extended breastfeeding, no one can really pass judgment and say they're too old when they don't know how you feel about it. They don't know how the connection is between you and your child. They don't know. So everyone has opinions and stuff, but they just don't know because it's not something that they've actually experienced themselves, if I make any sense. But I kind of think Lee's mum feels that way as well, like maybe I shouldn't still be feeding Georgie. But, you know, she saw how much it settled him down last weekend, so, you know, I think I might have swayed her a little bit. Lee's fine with it. He's just used to it. It's just like a way of life for us. It's just completely normal to him, as it is the girls and Frankie and Bobby and all of us really. So, you know, it's really, really good. So yes, I'm not sure if I've like waffled on or not too much there. I don't want to make this video overly long, but I did just want to come on and just talk to you about the breastfeeding journey that I'm going through. I absolutely love it. It's just completely normal to me, really. Right, I need to go and get ready to go to football to watch Frankie, so yes. I hope that you're all alright and you've all had a fantastic weekend, and I will see you all again soon. Bye!